we can incorporate into our daily routine. My name is Jake Ellis, so we'll start out with a little bit about me. Um, so I was born and raised here in Tuscaloosa. I'm the programs coordinator here at the UREC. I oversee everything personal training wise. I work with all of our personal trainers here to get our clients in and make sure that they have a really good time with us. I graduated from UA in May of 2023. I have a degree in kinesiology from UA. My current certifications are an A certification for personal training, as well as a PSIA certification for ski instructing. I used to do that all throughout college as well. That was my secondary job. I went out to Colorado and did that. Really enjoy it, but I ended up here working as a personal trainer, and now I'm in this current job overseeing everything personal training. Few interests of mine, working out, obviously, it's got kind of part of the job. Skiing, cars and motorcycles, working out is kind of the main thing though. And I like cooking, baking, and I'm a history nerd. Um, so we'll get into everything, starting out with why we're here, which is why strength training. Why do we want to incorporate strength training into our daily life, and what is the benefits that we can kind of get from that as we incorporate it into our life? So starting out, let's consider life with no training at all. This is what we can call, we consider this sedentary lifestyle, where we're not working actively to be active in our daily life, and we're not working to essentially, you know, do anything outside of our daily getting to work, going home, doing chores around the house, etc. Not making the kind of the active choice to go out and do extra things for our health benefits. It's not the worst thing in the world, but a sedentary lifestyle can go into, generalized health risks, including muscle atrophy, which, generally means that our muscles are not working as well as they should be because they're not actively being trained every day. And then obviously decreased strength. Overall, not a bad thing, but at the same time, it is a daily life thing that, we do need a little bit of strength here and there for everyday tasks. And this can also increase our risk of back pain and poor posture as we get older. Not being able to stay healthy and, be in an active lifestyle does contribute to pain over our over our lifetime, going into, say, arthritis, also disease such as, diabetes, etc. But overall, just being in this sedentary lifestyle is not the best for our overall daily life and health. Overall, it leads to a chronic health issues that we can avoid by increasing our daily activities, more so than just what we do in our daily life. So let's consider going into strength training and what that would kind of bring into our lives. So thinking about strength training and how that can be a positive benefit, overall, mental health will be boosted by going into strength training or training in general. The body naturally produces endorphins and hormones that are essentially going to be happy hormones that allow you to be a little bit happier, have a little bit more energy in everyday life. But it also just generally decreases stress, keeps you happy and basically active. Being active is going to naturally increase your mood. Physical health is also obviously going to be benefited because if you're strength training, that's going to help your physical fitness and your physical health overall. Your posture improves, daily life tasks become a lot easier through strength training because you are just generally training for everyday life. By giving yourself a stimulus inside the gym or outside of the gym and, just body weight training, basically this is training you for, whatever comes your way in everyday life because you're giving that stimulus that your body would not normally encounter basically through everyday life tasks. So when you were able to reach that, if you have something that comes up, you are able to kind of approach it in a little bit more. You're a little bit more capable in that situation. But overall, energy, like I said, is going to be spiked as well because your endorphin production is naturally going to increase. Generally, overall, the biggest thing is your quality of life is going to improve. You're going to feel happier, healthier, and at the end of the day, you just feel really good. Um, don't trust me? Try it out for yourself. Get a little bit active, and trust me, it's going to definitely make a difference. Um, at the end of the day, there's really no downside to this. It's going to improve almost every single aspect of your life. There's really no cons except for the actual time commitment that we have to basically put into strength training.
It is very
Um,
perfect.
so speaking of that,
So
I know what you're thinking.
with some
Seems like a
meeting.
lot of time, a lot of effort. Working into, strength training, it seems a little bit daunting to kind of add that to your routine in everyday life, but it's not
I got
necessarily
my
the worst
camera
thing in the
turned off.
world.
You
It's
can put
all
on the hood.
based on, the two most common challenges that we
Volume.
see um, when getting started with strength training. That would be one, a lack of time. At the end of the day, it's just making the time. If you want to get healthier and get, into strength training, get wanting to improve your life and that sort of stuff in that aspect, it's just making that commitment. And while it seems like it's a big daunting task to add that to your, time, think of how long did you spend, scrolling Instagram or, on TikTok or social media, um, doing small tasks throughout the day that, might not be as beneficial as, say, adding in strength training. It's just making that commitment to yourself to want to get either into the gym or doing it on your own outside of the gym to basically better yourself. Um, and then obviously the other big thing of going into strength training and wanting to get into training in general is you're fatigued after work. You work your 9 to 5, you're really tired, you really feel like, well, I don't really want to do this. It doesn't sound like the best thing or, the most enjoyable thing after a hard day of work. But at the end of the day, again, it goes back to number one. It makes that commitment. You have to make that commitment to yourself to want to basically get into it, and that's, the first real barrier. But if you're fatigued after work due to literally you're crashing and you have no energy, well, consider packing a snack. If you bring a snack to work, say fruits, a sandwich, etc., that'll increase your energy just a little bit after you get out of work, and there you go. Also, consider working out before going into work. Obviously, you have the most energy when you wake up, and you feel really good for the rest of the day. Like I said, you're going to feel really happy and really, really good about yourself, obviously, naturally and just psychologically after, training. So start out your day. Maybe that might, be a good avenue into how you could add strength training to your day. Also, obviously, we can try caffeinated beverages. Everybody loves their Starbucks. Everybody loves their, Red Bulls, Monsters, whatever whatever, pick your poison. But caffeine obviously can help us if we are, you know, certainly tired after a long day of work. Um, so going into how we can get started. Well, we can just start out with office-friendly exercises. Um, and so I've got a few here for us today. We can do either together. I'm going to demonstrate for you guys, but these are just very beginner-friendly stuff that we can do just to kind of do stuff in our office space, whether it's, whether you have a cubicle, just a desk, whatever, or using very minimal equipment that I have with me today. So starting out, I'm going to open this up just a little bit. We can start with desk push-ups. That would be putting your hands onto the desk, obviously standing up. If I stand up, I'm going to be out of the camera, but getting into that position, going down and up, just like a normal push-up would be, but this is a little bit more approachable because this is at an incline, allowing us to get that full range of motion, and it's not as hard. Also, you have chair dips. That would be putting your hands on the sides of your chair, just like this, sitting out in front, going down and up, just like this, working out the arms. Super approachable things. Then you also have seated leg extensions, sitting nice and tall in your chair, feet up off the ground. Extend those legs all the way out in front of you, all the way up. You can't necessarily see that, but given a few reps of those, gets those legs working. Further on, going into standing calf raises. As I said, obviously if I stand up, I'm going to be out of camera, but you can just stand on your feet and go up on those tiptoes, up and down, working those calves. And finally, I've got a resistance band. These can be grabbed on Amazon for very, very cheap. You also can probably find one. Um, you probably have one laying around, maybe. But these are very cheap, very approachable, very inexpensive. You can do several different exercises, opening up your shoulders, getting nice, good mobility in the shoulders. Again, you can just do this throughout your day. You can basically look this up online. There's a million things that you can do with a resistance band. You can do a full body exercise workout plan with just resistance band. Say maybe a pair of dumbbells. Very inexpensive, very approachable for overall just something that you can do within your office space. This can be something that can be done, say you have about 15 minutes or so that you have time to kill. Um, you can come up with an exercise plan that 100% works for you that can totally work into your strength training goals. Then think about it like this. The internet is your friend. Um, just like you would search up anything that you have a question on in your, job and office space, search up desk workouts, and I guarantee you there's 100 different web pages that would show you multitudes of different workout plans that you can do within the confines of your office. Um, there's a ton that's, are super helpful, beneficial, have videos to kind of show you correct form, etc. Um, but say you wanted to get out of just your office space, when you want to get out and go into a gym or something like that, and incorporate it into your daily life in a more meaningful way. That would be when we want to start creating an actual workout training routine. And it seems quite daunting again, but it's not the absolute worst in the world to figure out. It's quite simple. We start by warming up. We want to warm up because that will kind of get us nice and limber, avoid having, aches and pains, getting into injury, that sort of stuff. But that can be done quite simply through a little bit of light cardio. Starting on a treadmill, a bike, just walking around the track, something like that, just gets the blood pumping, gets the muscles loose and ready to go. And then we can get into those strength training exercises. Again, this can be very, very simple when we're starting out. We don't necessarily want to go overdo it. So 2 to 3 sets of basic movements like squats, lunges, push-ups, and dumbbell rows. Really good beginner examples. But again, like I said, the internet is your friend. I can't necessarily prescribe you anything over this, but at the same time, the internet can. Um, it's very approachable subject to get into because the internet has a multitude of different approaches and programs for any sort of ability level, goal, whatever it might be. And then cooling down, gentle stretching, and walking around a track is a very good option. We don't necessarily want to go 100% and then just call it and leave. So we want to always think about kind of get the heart rate back down from your workout, etc. But it's very, very, very approachable. And while it seems quite daunting, it's not going to be as daunting as you might think it is. Um, so the main thing is just getting started. Everybody's starting from somewhere. Um, Basically, it might be your first time making a true effort to get into, exercising and strength training. It could be that you used to exercise and then life threw you for the loop. It all happens to everybody. But maybe you just want to get back into it. Well, this might be your, calling to get back into it. But then there's also COVID. As we know, a lot of stuff happened and changed over COVID over the past few years, but everything's going back to normal. So feel free to kind of get back into that normal routine that you had started back in 2019 and into 2020 before life came to a crashing halt. But if this is your calling and this might be your aha moment to get back into things that you used to do, let this be it. But at the end of the day, just find what works for you, your schedule, and your goals. Whether it's a quick 15 minutes in your office, maybe a 30-minute workout at home with some exercise equipment that you buy online or find laying around. Whatever it is, just get after it. Because at the end of the day, it's a commitment to yourself, and that's the only thing that we can really think about. Because at the end of the day, it's your health. If you want to get after it, you got it. Um, So if you don't know where to start or don't have a gym to call home yet, I have a kind of shameless plug. Come to UREC. Come work out with us at UREC. We have a wonderful facility here. Obviously, we have state-of-the-art equipment and facilities. We have certified personal trainers. Like I said, I oversee the personal training fitness program. We have wonderful trainers that are certified and adapted to every sort of goal that might be out there, depending on whether it might be weight loss, wanting to get into a certain activity or sport. Just building overall muscle, whatever it is, we can certainly help you in that regard. Furthermore, we have a lot of group fitness classes and specialized programs that are meant for any sort of need, any sort of want. We probably have it. We have yoga, Pilates, spin, cycle, a ton of different things that you can participate in as a member. Most of those classes are actually free. It's just sign up for them. It's all of our classes open up 5 days before they're offered, and then it's just kind of first come first serve, and we'll go from there. And then we also have a convenient location. Once you're done with your day, it's just a quick drive over to us, either here at the main UREC facility or over at the WIT if you're over in that direction. That's also open too. Our hours are nice and open. We have hours from 5:30 to 11 o'clock on weekdays, and then a little bit changed up around 8 to 8, and I think it's 9 to 10 on Sunday. So feel free to become a member with us. If you want, you can go through this link, this QR code. That'll take you to our UREC page. Becoming a member for faculty and staff is $28 a month. And while that may seem steep, that does include all those classes for completely free, as well as all of our other facilities outside of the actual workout facilities that we have. That includes our pools. We have a lap swim pool, 25-yard lap swim pool here at our main facility at UREC. We also have the big facility for swimming, 50-yard and a 25-yard lap pool that is open for a wide variety of hours all day. Rain or shine, we're probably open unless it's obviously thundering. But it also, includes all the amenities that we have here for you to use as a member. And then we also have a guest pass for $10. If you'd like to come in and just check our space out before you kind of commit to a full membership, that is also an option for you to, look into as well. Also, if you go to this page, our UREC page will also have all of our group exercise classes and our personal training linked at the very top for you to kind of look into if that would be kind of an option that you want to participate in. But with that, thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer anything. So the second location at the WIT Center, that would be